I'm Tracy Hayward. I got the floor. I don't know if that is a privilege or not because I guess that's because I'm the oldest group here. And a lot of you don't even remember or anything about it. So I don't know how to take that. So but if we are we the only ones left that can stand us? Okay. But no, I'm gonna tell a story. I guess it's a personal story about John and that involved me. I've been real quick with it. I was a freshman. He didn't like to start freshman, and I'm gonna try to talk like it a little bit. And he always said, anytime you start a freshman, you didn't lose the ball game. So I got to start as a true freshman. Now you got to remember that it was during the time that it's not like it is today when you got visited. He had somebody running beside him, holding that cord just like this. Okay. So I'm standing on the side. It's gonna be my first SEC start, and outside linebacker there. And he was standing on the side. He had his hand up, and he's talking to my coach in the box. Okay, Mel, you sure this boy's ready to go? God damn it, Mel, you tell me the truth. He said that I don't like to start freshman now. I don't like starting freshman. About that time, time for me to go in, I take off running. When I take off running, he didn't go. I tore away from him because he had his hand up, And so I took off. And when I did, my feet got caught up in his. I get out about the numbers, and here I just fell on the ground. And I can hear him say, God, he didn't have it. I heard him say, he didn't, man. I told you I don't like starting freshman. He can't even run like downtown.
I got one for Billy Ratner because I stood next to him for a minute. And I think everybody knows where I'm going with this. 1998, Arkansas. Down in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, I don't know if we go 3-0, but we had a bunch of football game. And from my understanding, this man right here looked at T. Martin and said, don't take your helmet off. You'll be right back. Did that happen? And what went through your mind as you went back out there?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I didn't think it was going to go with we played against Arkansas. Arkansas was an automatic win for us back then. This was more like a standard team. We put up our stance. We go home. We get the starters. We out after halftime. Well, to be honest with you guys, there was a guy that went across from us. His name was Brandon Bursworth. Our coaches told us that this guy was all the technical shit and everything. We didn't care about this because we were Tennessee. This was Arkansas. This is another guy that we just got past. But guys, I'll be honest with y'all. I had 0 stats before the play that happened then. I didn't get a sniff to the ball, no block, nothing, no assistant tackle. Now, on the sideline during this time, Al Wilson, he's chewing us out, man. He's on us like, oh, we losing to Arkansas? Hey, just wait. Hey, no way we should be wrong. And of course, me, I'm like, putting my head down. Hey, we'll get him next time, man. We'll get him next time. Al didn't believe him next time. Al believed him right now. So, of course, this time, the offense going up, they're doing their thing. And we know that they're going to get the first down. We know they're going to score a touchdown. Because we're automatic. We're Tennessee. That didn't happen this time, guys. That didn't happen. Fourth down, getting ready to come up. So normally defense, we go to the line ready to go in. We didn't get the first down. I'm like, gosh, now, get this, guys. I'm not even supposed to be in the game because Jeff Coleman starts before me, and we got a rotation. So Jeff Coleman, he cranks up before I go out there. So no, I got to go out there. First down, I go out there. I don't know, like this guy with my hands. He is killing me, guys. First down, I get a tackle for loss. I'm like, oh, snaps. This man is human. Next play. Well, let me back it just a little bit because fourth down, hey, T. Martin, he comes off the field. And no one believes when I say this, guys. I told Timmy, I said, hey, Timmy, keep your helmet on me. Nobody keeps bothering me. I didn't believe that when I say that to be psychic. We do that. We psych ourselves in. And to be honest with you, this crap happened, man. I went out there, made the play. I pushed the guy down. He tripped over the guy, fumbling the ball. I pick it up. And then our offense do what they've been doing all goddamn old practice. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Ridiculous. They can, I mean, no one can stop us running the ball. It didn't matter what running back we had in the game, we did it. You can have to know. But that play right there, I mean, everybody call it history. I call it, I was just doing my job. History was made. Hey, no, honestly. So look, the biggest Tennessee tradition that I found the most important, you guys have been around this for a couple hours now. You got players here who are from totally different era, who some of us have met before, some of us haven't. But you've been around for a couple hours, and what's the one thing that you noticed about all of us? The biggest Tennessee tradition I can tell you, brotherly, no matter what era that you played in, if you you are a brother fight. We all share blood, sweat, and tears for that award, so we're all brothers for life. That's the biggest tradition I can say that I found at the University of Tennessee.
The land these things. A question for both of them. Both of them. So, Mr. Brad, first off, anytime you give us a legacy, I think that's super cool. Giving us a legacy player, and Jackson's done a great job. He's on a team that I think is a super special team in Knoxville. But what did it mean to play at Tennessee, number one? And then what does it mean to see your son play for the VOLS?
You know, it's funny when you, and I know you parents can relate to this. When you're, first of all, playing at Tennessee is the greatest experience of my life. And for reasons like this, Toby talks about the brotherhood as the best tradition in Tennessee. I think Toby's right about that. The second best tradition in Tennessee is right here. There is no question. There's nobody else like this. His families, just incredible. But no, I mean, you know, and I was there 93 and 97. I was playing on his visit. That's a fun story. If people want that. A lot of stories I can't tell in this next company. But no, I mean, in terms of just like, as a parent, you know, when your kid's born, you're like, hopefully it's a boy. And it's like, well, it's a boy, maybe he'll play football. Okay. Maybe he'll be halfway decent if he play in high school. Okay. Maybe he'll be good enough playing college. But you don't dream about playing, you know, following your footsteps and playing for the VOLS. And that's just been the coolest thing. And I know how many of you all get stories about how you felt against Alabama when you kicked the field goal and won the game. And I felt exactly how you did. And I stood in the stands, and my wife sobbed. And I couldn't help it because my hands were shaking so bad I couldn't light my cigar. But to take all that and know that you had a kid on the field goal, and knowing that if the guy he's blocking, who was Will Anderson, blocks that field goal, you're going to have to move to Idaho and join the witness protection program. That was, but to answer your question though, and I've told him this, you know, you're on the field during the biggest play in Tennessee modern era, and then also got a pancake on Nico's first touchdown in the bowl game, spring that touchdown. I told him, you should never buy a beer for the rest of your life in Knoxville, Tennessee. So that's from a parent perspective.
There you go. And Jackson, so what does it mean to be a legacy player in Knoxville? And what does it feel like to be on this Tennessee team with all the hype around what they're doing on offense and what they're doing on defense?
Yeah, I mean, playing in Tennessee was always a dream for me growing up, especially having a dad who played at UT. Kind of like, you know, the one thing I brag about as a kid was that he got to play college football with Peyton Manning. And that was like the biggest thing I got to like, interest in. I was going to give you a little bit of popularity, but I always kind of like wanted to fall into this footsteps just because like Knoxville has always been home for us. Grew up going to games. been to a few, Tennessee Florida games before, I was in elementary school and stuff like that. And I remember being just, insanely mad. And back in, 2010 when Mississippi Bowl, if any of y'all remember that, with the crappy call that we got that caused North Carolina to win the game. So, no.
They don't still have that ticket stub.
I'm not gonna lie. After that game, I kind of asked my dad, "Why are we still Tennessee fans?" So I was that mad. But no, it was and then too in recruiting, I got recruited by a lot of different schools, and it was every school, and Tennessee being my first offer. I still wanted to look around. I kind of wanted to come in on the spot at the time because that was always the dream, and he wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me make my own decision. Every school ends up getting compared to Tennessee. And I was like, golly, man, this is where I want to be. And I had a few people convince me to come to Tennessee, kind of like Trey Smith and Todd Chandler and Ollie Lane and guys like that. So it was really at the end of the day, it was always important to me to come back home and play for Tennessee. And it's been special. I've got one big win over him. I've actually beaten the Florida Gators before, so that's pretty cool. Thank you. Now he has Georgia over me, so we gotta fix that this season. But no, I mean it's just super special to be able to be a part of the change of this program. Came in, played for Coach Pruitt. Obviously, that didn't work out as well as we would have hoped. Coach Heupel came in, we kind of hit the lottery with that, and it's just been a blessing to play here at the University of Tennessee and be able to continue my dad's legacy and make one for myself. So, thank you.
So since I got you up here, I'm going to bring the two other current balls up here. So you guys are offensive linemen, and you guys have probably, this is probably a debatable statement, but you've been in front of three of the just very different quarterbacks, right? You've had Hendon Hooker, Hendo Cinco, all the things that Vince called him. You've had Rocket Joe Hill, and then now you've got Nico, give it a shot, Iamaleava. No hand clap. I worked real hard on that this week. But anyway, what was the differences in all three of those guys, intensity-wise, how they ran the huddle? Just any cool stories from those three guys?
Well, I think the one common denominator amongst all three is that they're all great leaders. They can really, kind of command a huddle no matter what's going on, whether, we're up by 3 touchdowns or we're down by 3 touchdowns. Those guys really can help command a huddle, and they're great leaders, and they're also just, want to play for the guy next to them. So that's the biggest thing I've seen amongst those three guys.
Yeah, every quarterback's different as far as their leadership, what kind of person they're going to be, their characteristics, if they're going to be a jokester. Hendo is super serious, man. It's always going to be there for you off the field, though. That's how I kind of look at my teammates. Is it a person that's going to be there on the field for you? Because obviously, as an O-lineman, we're going to lay everybody on the line for the guys behind us. So, Power T and Big Orange couldn't succeed in the night. So, O-linemen don't get a lot of recognition. And, like I said, blocking for those guys behind us. So, Hendon was always there for me off the field. I in my own youth camp, Hendon was more than willing to come down and hit me with my camp. Joe, same thing. And then Nico's more of a reserved guy, a little quiet guy, so we're trying to get it out of him. But hey, he got one up on for the O-line tickets to the College Steakhouse. So he's on the right spot. Definitely looking forward to him.
Yeah, so I was a freshman when Hendo was last year, so I didn't really talk on him. But when I first got here, Joe needed help moving out of his place, and so me and him spent a couple days together hanging out and whatnot. And I owe the credit of learning the grand scheme of the offense to him. He taught me everything I know. In the past 2 years, I've been able to play center and left guard. And that man is, as good as you see him on camera, that's the same person off camera. He's the most humble man I've ever met. He's like Dan saying, like a leader off the field. He's a leader on the field, off the field. He's the same person. He never changes. Great dude all around.
All right, so give these guys a round of applause. Please, now, they say they don't get credit. Just stand up. Anyway, O-line.
Coach Hooper definitely had his ways to get you motivated before the game. Coach Hooper is Tennessee football. Played at Tennessee, coached at Tennessee as an assistant offensive line coach, and moved his way up. So anytime Coach Foreman speaks, it was knowledge, wisdom. It was so much information that he was giving back. So he had some of the greatest pregame speeches. That was just one that was showcased on YouTube. But a lot of great speeches, and really makes you proud that you understand what your energy before you go on the field. Man, the passion, pride, the purpose, everything about the team, and you leave it on. You come out there tunnel, seeing 100,000 fans lighting up. You guys are the main reason that we live in Tennessee. You know, that fan goes. So y'all clap it up for yourself. Because every Tennessee football player, you are the 12th man. You are the reason we come to Tennessee because of their support. And even after our careers are over, post-career, still have this support. It's just life-changing and a blessing. So you guys are so instrumental and y'all don't even know it again.
Yeah, Jabari, put me up to one. Mr. Floyd Bowden, come over. Got a question for you. So, there's a small school in South Bend, Indiana, and you guys happened to go up there one time with Coach Pagers. In the first half, it was a little battle. The Irish made a little bit of a run. And by the end of the game, we were sick of Rocky Top bringing back to Knoxville. But what did that half look like? And how did that game unfold to get that big comeback here at South Bend?
Yeah, that's why I said I told her, I was like, I'm glad you did. So we don't have to.
Troy goes to reassuring. And the day started, we woke up for to get ready to have the team breakfast and go to the game. But the night before, somehow the hotel we were staying in the lights, but electricity went out, so we were basically freezing going up to Notre Dame. So we got into the game at Jamal, I guess, and they were just running through us. So they scored on every single player except for the play before halftime. So we walked into halftime. Coach Major go on the board and said 14-10. He said, if y'all stop turning the ball over, tackling him, you'll be on this ball. Because we were the 14th, the only ones, because they don't have to leave for the turnovers. So what there was, he calmed us down. He didn't do like a normal Johnny Major's fashion, the way he's just gonna push you out. Because he goes out and shit goes to the man. He talking about our moms and our dads. He said, y'all SEC champions, huh? Well, Virginia was beating us back, so this time we calmed us down. So we knew what we had to do. So when we came back in the second half, we just locked them down, played good defense, we tackled them on the bench, which is hard as hell to do. And we also switched off. Our offense woke up, we started winning. So he was like, it got down to the last play. He was like, okay, let's go down and get ready to the game with a field goal. All of a sudden, I saw Jeremy King, who was in the 3 boxes, and he shot past, and he ran so fast, and he outran the ball. And the ball hit him on his butt and we shit off on the ball. But that was something that we wasn't expecting. Now, the year before, they came to Knoxville and they beat us pretty bad. You know, up in Knoxville, even though we're supposed to beat them. So that game just like really proved a lot. But what it showed me about Coach Pagers was he was a hell of a motivator. He would push you out, and he also could motivate you by giving policies. And he kept us together like he did. That's why we would win the ball game. That's what happened in American South.
So I'm gonna give the mic back to Mr. Brad Lampley. Chip Kelly passed away this past week, and he has a former ball played in the 60s, and he's got a great story to share with us.
One of the cool things about playing here is you hear stories about the guys that came way before you that you didn't even believe, you know. And all of these guys that played like Cooper done heard a bunch of stories about the guys that preceded us, and that's one of the cool things about it. And got to know a guy named Dick Williams. I don't know how many of y'all know Dick Williams. I know Paul does. Knows everybody. But Dick told me this great story once. And Chip Kell, when he died this week, I thought, my gosh, what a legend. So Chip, just a little bit about him. College football All-American. We've only had probably 25 or 30, right? Chip was a 3-time All-SEC player. Started as a true freshman.
Let's go.
When he got up, it was 1968. So again, I met Chip a couple times, but obviously I wasn't around in '68, but this was so cool. Chip was true freshman on campus. Nobody knew who he was, and he gets out there week 1 in 2 days, and he's going against the starting defense. And there's a play where the offensive guard would pull down the line and kick out the defensive end. Like all of us who ever played high school football know that play. So he's going against the first team defense, and we'll say the guy's name his name is Davis. Chip comes down the line as freshman, nobody ever heard of, and he blows up Davis, who's the starting defensive end, like knocks him head over heels. And the defensive coordinator, Coach Underwood, who ended up being a really, like, he was a head coach at Southern Miss, like that. L.C. Underwood was his name. And Underwood went berserk. And I'm looking around, make sure there's some kids here, so I can't use the exact language. But it was stuff like, God dang it, God dang it, that's ridiculous, that's an embarrassment, that's horrible. That's a fucking freshman that just did that to you. Then it goes, run it again. And Coach was all of us that ever played football. How many times have you heard that? Coach goes, run it again. Right? We're running the same play. Davis, this time I want you to be ready. It's empty as a freshman. So they run the same play. Guess what happens? Chip Kell comes down the line, blows him up, knocks him right on his butt, knocks him through the air. God, dog, man, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. And you can imagine the real language is there. And he goes, that's it. You screwed this up. I'm going to play the position. So the coach is like, you got to visualize, 1969 assistant coach. He's got on real tight coaching shirt, the bike coaching shorts pulled all the way up to here. He's got his glasses on. He's got his whistle around his neck. And he's getting in a 3-point stance, and he says, Kel, I don't want you to back down one little bit. I want you to come to me full speed. That was a freshman, so well, I'm going to do what I'm told. Set up, he come down the line. Chip Kell knocks him all the way to the sideline. Blows him up. Literally rolls him around. Somersault. Glasses come flying off. Whistle comes flying over there. And everybody on the field is dying. Like they don't even know what to say at this point. Coach Underwood stands up, dusts himself off, and he goes, God dang it, Davis. You've done blank this position up so much, think nobody played. That was Chip Kell. That's about as good as it got.
Great story, Mr. Lampley. Hey, legends of Tennessee, losing one of those, that's a big deal. Let's have a moment of silence on Chip Kell. Thank you.